Warning. Warning. This is not a test. This is not a test.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Drop it.
Welcome to the Freight Racing Speed U Race for a Ride series and the first race of the Great 8 portion of the schedule. We've got your top 8 drivers from the first half of the season, and we'll be competing on a wide variety of racetracks here over these next 3 months to crown a champion in the Race for a Ride series. Tonight, we're moving away from the legends. We're going to late model stocks at South Boston. I'm your host tonight, Sky Shrek. DJ Lion up here in the producer truck, and we are going to have a good one tonight. As practice wraps up, we've got your top 8 drivers making their final laps in practice before we head into the main event tonight. You're looking at your schedule for the Great 8 portion of the series. We ended Race for a Ride at Charlotte and Atlanta. We're taking the top 8 drivers now. We're going to put them in different cars, different tracks every week. We start tonight with the late model stocks at Sobo before moving into the rally trucks at Charlotte next week, which is going to be an interesting one to say the least. We go to mini stocks at Lanier the week after that. Legends cars at Hickory, back to where we started with those Legends cars in the 4th race of the season. From there, we go to Tour Mods at Five Flags. Dirt Outlaw, the non-winged micros at Millbridge. That's going to be an interesting one. Our only dirt oval of the last half of this calendar. ARCA at Charlotte, getting a little bit of NASCAR experience before ending it out where we started the season with Legends at Atlanta, and that will be your championship race. We're at South Boston here tonight in South Boston, Virginia, not Massachusetts. Opened in 1957, turns bank 12 degrees. The length here, 0.4 miles. This is a classic short track, both on real life and on iRacing. And these drivers have just had 30 minutes to finish their practice session before they get ready for qualifying here in just a second. Race length tonight, 70 laps. Incident point limit will be 13. That is always something to watch in this series. You've got to race clean, because if you don't, you might get parked. We've seen that happen quite a bit in the Race for a Ride portion of the schedule. We got 3 attempts at a green-white checkered, no fast repairs, and a fixed setup. And one thing to note tonight, as qualifying is about to get underway, our track temp is 136 degrees at the moment. So it is going to be boiling out here in South Boston, and this track is going to be loose all through this afternoon's activities. We are getting ready for qualifying here in just a second. And we are going to go, I believe, in reverse order of practice speed. So first out of the pits should be the 97 car of Axel Smith, who's going to get ready to go here. Let's see. We're getting the order set up right now, and then once we get the order established, should be that Grillo's Pickles 97 car of Axel Smith getting going here. He's going to hit the racetrack pretty soon. There he goes, Axel Smith, driver of that 97 car out of Georgia. Got a little bit of real-life experience, has done some go-karting in the past. He is a Falcons fan. I'm so sorry for him. Hopefully they are better this year. He's going to come off the out lap here to start his first lap in that 97 car. Going to see these drivers run all the way around the bottom here at Sobo. That is the preferred line at this track, as with many short tracks on iRacing. To finish lap 1, Axel Smith going to come across the line with a 16 flat. He's going to look to go a little better than that second time around here. Decent run through 1 and 2, and he's going to have some disconnection issues in 3 and 4. Loose off the corner, and he will improve, but not by much. 16.002 for Axel Smith. Will be the first time on the board, and now Carson Sherman in the 9 will be the next driver out of the pits. Also a driver out of Georgia, does some Bandolero racing in real life. Big fan of the Braves and the Georgia Bulldogs. He is going to head off down into turn 1 here in that all-white 9 car and look to run a better lap time than Axel Smith. We're going in reverse order of practice. All these drivers were very close in practice, separated by under a tenth and a half. We'll see if that stays true in qualifying. Little slower for Carson Sherman. A couple more internet issues here for that 9 car, similar to what we saw for that 97 as he works his way down the back straightaway. Slips through 3 and 4. And he'll go quicker, 15.991 for the 9 of Carson Sherman. Next car out will be the 33 of AJ Nichols on this hot 134-degree racetrack. Almost in the wall there as he starts his lap. AJ Nichols, your 3rd straight driver Also out of Georgia, has done some go-karting, has done some legend cars. He is an Eagles fan. Go Birds. Big fan of Trackhouse and Spire as well in the NASCAR Cup Series. So he's probably hoping SVG gets the win here at Sonoma in real life. Fastest on the first lap for AJ Nichols, a 15.955. He'll head straight back to the bottom. He kind of misses that yellow line through 3 and 4. We'll see if this lap is any faster. It is not. 15.974. We'll take the first lap for AJ Nichols. It's Sean Hilkowitz now in the 48 car. The Jimmy Johnson throwback scheme making his way now onto the back straightaway. First driver not from Georgia. He's out of New York. Big Carolina Panthers fan. Again, hope they're better next season for the sake of Sean. Gonna head off down into 1 and 2 here, right on that yellow line. They look to get the power down on a very, very slick racetrack. Gotta be careful here. You've seen these drivers really slide it out off the corners. Hilkowitz, no exception. And he will go fastest immediately. 15.8. A 10.5 up on AJ Nichols. In fact, the gap from Hilkowitz to Nichols is higher than the gap of every car in practice. He'll get loose out of 4. That'll hurt his second lap, but he will take 15.8 and go to the top of the board. Everett Larson in the 07. He's going to work his way out of that pit stall now as the next car out. Driver out of Virginia has run some dirt open wheel, some champ karts in real life. Big fan of the Chiefs, so he's got a couple titles there recently. He'll look to pick up a title in this series as well. And a little further up, closer to kind of what AJ Nichols was running down into the corner. Hilkowitz was a little lower there, but he will go quick. 15.809. The first lap has been the fastest for almost everybody so far. We'll see if Everett Larson can buck that trend and improve on his second one to get up ahead of Hilkowitz. It's a clean exit out of 4, but he won't get it. He'll take the first lap. 15.884 on the second. 3 cars to go in qualifying, and the first up will be Travis Kremborg in the pink and gold number 5 car as he works his way now onto the back straightaway for his outlap. Driver also out of New York, has done a little bit of karting. Big Yankees fan, big Jets fan. He's 1 for 2 there, working down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Right along that yellow line, right where Hilkowitz was, but he won't go quicker. 15.841 puts him P3 at the moment. We'll see if he's finally able to get quicker on this second lap, or if the hot racetrack and the overheating tires, and he's not even going to try to get the second lap in. The racetrack's hot, the tires are overheating after just 1 lap here, and that's why you're not seeing these drivers improve on lap 2. Kremborg not even willing to try it. Next car out here is going to be Chase Pierce in the 17 machine. Driver out of North Carolina, big fan of fishing and the Charlotte Hornets. He will work his way across the front straightaway here to start lap 1. All right, run there through 1 and 2. See how he does in 3 and 4. A little bit higher up. I think you want to get it a little closer to the bottom there. Closer to the AJ Nichols line. And it'll be closer to AJ Nichols in speed. He'll go 4th with a 15.847. He'll try to do something on lap 2 here with the hot tires and see if he can make any time up. A little better run there through 3 and 4. And he will improve. Jumps to 2nd for Chase Pierce with a 15.805, slotting right in between Everett Larson and Sean Hilkowitz. Less than 1/100th of a second between the top 3. And your last car to qualify will be the 99 of Billy Snodgrass, driver also out of North Carolina. Done some karting, done some late models. Big fan of track and field and the Ohio State Buckeyes as he will work his way down into 3 and 4 right on that yellow line. He was fastest in practice. Will he be fastest in qualifying? No, on lap 1. It's a 15.853. That'll put him back in P5. He'll have one more chance to try to jump up the field like Chase Pierce did, but he's loose on entry into 3. that might hurt him, and it will. 15.909 for Billy Snodgrass on lap 2. He'll take the first one. He will go 5th. So your starting order is set for tonight's race, and we're getting ready in just a second here for 70 laps at South Boston. It'll be Sean Hilkowitz from 5th in practice to 1st in qualifying for tonight's race. These drivers are gonna have some conversations here with the admins, a little bit of a race meeting, and then we'll be able to get going here for your race tonight at South Boston. It will be, as mentioned, 70 laps. You got to be careful of that incident point limit of 13. These drivers are going to be a little bit easier on that incident point limit here tonight compared to what we've seen a couple times this season, because there are less cars in the field. When you've got more cars in the field, it can be very easy to get stacked up in these incidents. But tonight, without a high amount of cars in the field, the incident limit should be pretty good. We're going to get into the next session here right now and get ready for our race as these drivers get ready to grid up here in just under 10 seconds. We will get your starting lineup for tonight's race at South Boston Speedway. 70 laps in the late model stocks on iRacing. And on pole for tonight's race, we saw it in the qualifying session, it is going to be Sean Hilkowitz looking to make an immediate impact in the Grade 8 round of the series here. And on his outside will be the 17 car of Chase Pierce by 4 thousandths of a second. Only 5 thousandths of a second behind these two is going to be the 07 car of Everett Larson. Travis Kremborg will go from his outside in P4. Billy Snodgrass will roll off from 5th tonight. AJ Nichols back in P6. And your last two cars on the field will be Carson Sherman in the 9 and Axel Smith in the 9, the 7 back there in 8th. Only 0.2 of a second separating all your cars in qualifying. A 15.8 for Sean Hilkowitz, a 16.002 for Axel Smith. Compare that with the only about 1/10.5 difference between the field and practice, and we are expecting a very close race tonight at South Boston. The skill level in this field is remarkably equal. The track temp for the race a little lower than it is compared to qualifying. We've skipped forward about an hour in session time, so the track temp dipping from 134 to 125. So we've gone from about the surface of the sun to the surface of Venus. It's a pretty decent temperature decrease out there, but the drivers are not really gonna feel it. 125 still means you'll be slipping and sliding all over the place. We are gonna, as we get ready to go green here, we're gonna do a very quick interview here with Travis Kremborg. Hey Travis, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Pretty good. You're rolling off 4th here tonight. What's your plan to get to the front?
I'm not sure yet. I think I'm just play it by ear, see how the car falls off, see how it reacts, and then if we have the speed to push forward, I'm gonna do just that. But really, I don't know what to expect just yet, so we'll see.
All right, the whole field was really tight in qualifying. You think that's gonna make for a good race tonight?
I mean, yeah, I hope so. I feel like we showed some pretty good racing there in practice. And as you said, everyone is very close in time, so it should make for a good show.
All right, well, you're getting ready to go green here, so we'll let you go. Good luck tonight, Travis Kremborg.
Thank you.
And he will roll off from P4 for tonight's race. One thing to mention, there is one tire change available. These drivers have 2 sets. One is on the car, one is in the pits. So, with the track temperature this high, the tires are more likely to wear. We might see that extra tire set come into play later in this race. Pace car pulls off out of 4. It's Hilkowitz and it's Pierce, and we are green at Sobo. Great jump out to the lead there for the 48 of Sean Hilkowitz, but you can see how loose these cars are already as they slide down the front straightaway, and we got a spinner in the back. That's the 33 of AJ Nichols around from P6. Doesn't look like there's too much damage on the car, but he's going to need to turn that thing around, and he might have to get it fixed here. We're going to take a quick look at our Black Diamond Designs replay here of what happened to the 33 of AJ Nichols, working down into 3 and 4. Oh, just some contact there. The 9 of Carson Sherman gets tight, rolls it up the track a little bit into the side of that 33 car. So, caution on the first lap of the first race of our Freight Racing Great 8 here. In the Freight Racing Speed U Race for a Ride series. You see it right there from the onboard view of that 9 car at Carson Sherman. Laps will count here under caution, so we'll keep it moving even under yellow. Bit of a contrast from some of our heat races and some of our features here in the Race for a Ride series, where when you got under caution, the laps were paused. That's not the case here. We're going to be going laps counting the whole time tonight. That's why we've got those green-white checkered finishes in our back pocket. 3 of them, if we need them, here tonight from South Boston. Pace car is going to get ready to pull off here in just a second. The lights are still on, but I have to imagine they will likely go off this time in that pace car, and we'll get back green with Sean Hilkowitz, Chase Pierce, Travis Kremborg, Everett Larson, Billy Snodgrass, Axel Smith, Carson Sherman, AJ Nichols, the field order at the present moment. And as we will go 2 by 2 this time around, and the pace car will pull in this time at a 4. It'll be Hilkowitz, and it'll be Pierce. Back up on that front row, same as last time. Pace car pulls in, the green flag is flying once again at Sobo, and it's another great jump for Sean Hilkowitz out to the front of the field, and we're side by side behind as Kremborg is up to the inside of the 17, Chase Pierce for P2. He'll try to hold that spot. Working down on the bottom, he'll get it. The 17 loose off the corner. That lets the 5 in, and now it's Billy Snodgrass in the 99 trying to take advantage. He'll get clear to P3. Fastest lap of the race, Travis Kremborg, as Chase Pierce falls back to 4th. You don't want to be restarting on that outside. It can be treacherous, and you saw that right there for the 17. The 5 car at Kremborg has a lot of speed. He's pushing hard in the early going of this race to try to get up around Sean Hilkowitz for your lead. He can see there from the steering wheel, these cars, just how much these drivers are really having to wheel it here. Hilkowitz is going a little lower off the corner, trying to use that apron line to get something going on Hilkowitz. But that 48 car is defending really well. Side by side back now for P4, and it's Chase Pierce continuing to go backwards. Everett Larson has that spot for 4th, and now it's Carson Sherman up the inside of that 17 car, looking for P5 as well. Get him off that corner right here. Not quite yet. I think he'll get clear this time. Yes, he will. 9 looks to be clear of that 17 car, and now you've got AJ Nichols in the 33 trying to slide his way through. That's the problem with getting stuck on that high line, is it is so easy to just slide straight to the back of the field like we saw right there. As we stay green here, 14 laps in out of 70. We're already 20% of the way through this race. It will go quick here. 70 laps just fly off the clock at a short track like Sobo, where everybody's running lap times right now under 16 seconds throughout the field. Chase Pierce finally able to slot back in, but it's all the way back in P7 at the moment. Not ideal for that car. he is going to have a lot of work to do to get up to the second place that he started this race in. Your top three staying pretty clear at the moment. It is Hilkowitz, Kremborg, and Snodgrass. And they've got about a 3/4 of a second gap back to Everett Larson behind. And the caution is out. Carson Sherman is around. We're going to get a Black Diamond Designs replay here on what happened to that 9 car. Might have just lost it off the corner. Maybe something with AJ Nichols. We'll see down here into 3 and 4. And yep, 9 car. Carson Sherman just loses it. Spins himself out of the corner. A little bit of contact with the inside wall, but not too much. He'll take a little bit of damage, but the worst bit of it is that he is going to have to work from the back here on this restart. We're going to have a new front row when we go back green. It's going to be Sean Hilkowitz, and it's going to be the 5 at Travis Kremborg. Kremborg is going to need to be on it here, because one thing that we saw on that last restart was the car who started on the outside of the front row, Chase Pierce in the 17, fell like a rock. As soon as we got going, he was unable to find his way down to the bottom, and he fell all the way back to P7 as a result. Kremborg saw that, and he is going to be very wary here. He does not want what happened to Chase Pierce to happen to him, so he is going to need to be careful on this restart, and he's going to try to find his way down to the inside line as soon as he possibly can behind the wheel of that 5 car to try to get himself in line and contest Hilkowitz for the lead of this race. Passing lap 21 now under caution. Puts us at 50 to go out of the 70 that we started with here in tonight's race from South Boston. The lights on the pace car are off, and we will get back rolling this time around. It's Hilkowitz and it's Kremborg. Same car in first, different car in second compared to the last restart. And the pace car will drop off the track. Hilkowitz will get us back underway. Green flag is out at South Boston. Can the 5 find his way to the bottom? The answer is no. Billy Snodgrass immediately jumps up to the inside, and the 5 is doing his best to side draft and hold that 99 car down, but it does not look like it's working. Kremborg loose out of the corner. Billy Snodgrass clear to P2. Can Kremborg finally find a way inside? Yes, he can. Only loses 1 spot. It could have been a lot worse, like we saw from Chase Pierce on that last jump. 48 to go, 47 to go at the line, and we're single file now to the field. And Hilkowitz might have just disconnected. Yes, he did. Sean Hilkowitz, your race leader, his internet has gone out, and he has disconnected from the session, from the lead. So we've got a new leader suddenly at South Boston. Billy Snodgrass is going to lead that lap around. Travis Kremborg back to second. Huge developments here early in the race at Sobo. He led every lap, and his internet is gone. He will not finish tonight's race. It'll be Snodgrass up front, Kremborg P2. We're down to 7 cars in the field, working back through Larson, Nichols, Pierce, Sherman, and Axel Smith. Hilkowitz, as mentioned just now, out of the race. Battle trying to brew. On the tail end of the podium here, you've got Everett Larson, you've got AJ Nichols, 3rd and 4th, trying to do battle. Nichols recovering from that early spin off the nose of Carson Sherman pretty well. Trying to work his way up through the field. Everett Larson, please don't hurt me on the bumper. I think if it comes down to the last lap of the race, that might not matter too much at a certain point, but hey, maybe that'll stop 1 car from punting Everett Larson down into one of these corners. We are rapidly approaching halfway tonight at Sobo. Going to be lap 30 out of 70 this next time around, as the 33 is looking low off the corner to try to get something going on the 07 of Everett Larson, but it's just not happening right now, and he's stuck back in that 3rd position. Biggest mover so far tonight is your race leader, Billy Snodgrass. Started back in 5th, only took him about 21, 22 laps to find himself up at the front of the field in P1. Travis Kremborg from 4th to 2nd in P2 as well. So a little bit of a role reversal at the front of the field as your pole sitter, Sean Hilkowitz, is out with an internet failure. Oh, big hit to the wall there for Carson Sherman in the 9 off of that corner. That is going to be some major damage on the right side of that 9 car, and that is going to be bad for him. He's going to want to caution to get that fixed because that is not helping anything. The aero on that 9 car got to be in a bad shape right now. Looking at lap times compared to the start of this race, you're seeing about 2.5 seconds of fall off here throughout the field for a lot of these drivers. Quick times were about 15.7, 15.8 for a lot of these guys. You're seeing lap times in between about 16 and 16.1 now at the present moment for most of the cars in this field. Fastest lap that last time around was your leader, Billy Snodgrass, but it's been trading off. I think we saw a lap with Everett Larson as the fastest. We saw a lap with AJ Nichols as the fastest. A couple different cars here with a lot of speed early on in this race. I say early on, we're already at halfway here in the Freight Racing Speed U Race for a Ride Grade 8 Race 1 here at South Boston. We've got 7 more weeks of competition. This is just the kickoff of these 8 drivers trying to race for a real-life ride in a Legends car at Atlanta, coming up here, I believe, in the spring of next year. That is the grand prize if you win, and right now, Billy Snodgrass is looking to get it. He's out front. Kremborg sits second. Everett Larson has a full head of steam in that 07 car, gaining time on Kremborg, who started to struggle here in the second part of this run. That 07 car rapidly closing in to the 5 car of Travis Kremborg right now. We'll see if he can get a move here in these next few laps. You might think that, oh, well, we'll talk about that in a second because the 07 is going to try to move the 5 car out of the way. It doesn't quite work, but Everett Larson getting aggressive. He wants that second position. He's going to do his best here to try to get it. I was going to say, you might think that Sean Hilkowitz having an internet issue early in this race could be devastating for his chances of winning that ride, but all of these drivers do get a drop week out here, and I have to imagine Hilkowitz will use this one as his drop week. We know he's very fast behind the wheel of that 48 car. That drop week here is going to have to be used because he is going to finish dead last in tonight's race. That 5 car is loose, and the 07 is going to get into the back of him. Has to back out there to avoid turning that 5 car and Travis Kremborg around. So we're under 30 to go now at Sobo, and the field is starting to close up. The 5 car is in the fence, and he is holding everybody up. He's got a freight train of Larson, Nichols, and Pierce right behind him. And if one of these cars can move that 5 up to the top, I would not be surprised if everybody behind him tries to roll on through on that bottom. Billy Snodgrass has gotten away, and it's more contact between Everett Larson and Travis Kremborg. Larson wants to get his way up to second here as this 5 car is struggling big time. Not only does Larson need to worry about passing Kremborg, but he's been stuck behind this car for so long that Chase Pierce is starting to get a little aggressive behind, and now the 07 is going to just throw it in there down onto the apron. He'll get loose off the corner, contact with Pierce. He'll hold the spot, hold the car, nearly went around there, but he'll keep it straight and keep it going with 25 to go. That could have been a crisis for that 07 of Everett Larson. He is under fire from that 17 of Chase Pierce, and that might help the 5 of Kremborg, because Pierce seems to be quite a bit faster than that 07 car of Travis, or that of Everett Larson at the moment. Looks like the 17 is faster than the 07, who's faster than the 5, and they're all trying to pass each other. That 07 of Larson making a little more contact to try to find his way around. A little bit of damage on that 5 car, and he's finally got the inside. The 5 tries to push him down. doesn't quite work, and we're dooring each other down the front straightaway. Side by side for P2. The 17 of Chase Pierce is looking to find his way through behind this battle for position. And we'll stay side by side. The 07 is loose off the corner. He will lose the spot. The 5 car will prevail, but he has that inside, and that'll help him to send it straight back to the bottom in turn 1. We're still dueling as we head up to 20 to go here at Sobo. The 07 of Everett Larson looking to drive his way up to P2. Will he finally get clear? Yes, he is free of the 5 of Kremborg. Now it's going to be the 17 of Chase Pierce to the bottom, and like I said, when you get one car through, everybody else is going to try to work their way on past. Both cars are loose off the corner, and that is huge for the 17 of Chase Pierce back to P2 right now at Sobo, and now it's Kremborg up the inside of Everett Larson. Role reversal in this battle for third, but the 5 is damaged and loose, and it'll be Everett Larson holding the spot. What a battle up here for second. Chase Pierce got P2. He started this race up in P2, fell all the way back to 7th, and drove his way right back through the field. What a run for that 17 car, and the 5 of Kremborg is around off the nose of AJ Nichols. Big hit for Axel Smith. The caution is out with 16 to go here at Sobo. AJ Nichols turns Travis Kremborg down into turn 1. You'll see it here on the Black Diamond Designs replay. Car is already loose as he's been all night. And it's the 33 of AJ Nichols straight into the back of the 5 car. And a huge, huge hit there for Axel Smith. I wonder if that's going to take any of those cars out of the race here. The 5 is down pit road, the 97 in as well. So is everybody. Pit stops here underway for the full field. Everybody is coming down to put tires on the car. Who will be the first car out? It's Billy Snodgrass on 2 tires out first, followed by Chase Pierce. AJ Nichols comes out third, and it'll be Everett Larson, who is still in the pits. Will he come out ahead of Kremborg? Yes, he will. Everett Larson will come out 4th. Travis Kremborg all the way back to 5th right now. Axel Smith, Carson Sherman, both a lap down at the moment, and that will ruin their chances of taking a victory here tonight at Sobo. Travis Kremborg going to now come down for a second pit stop right here. Maybe trying to fix the damage on that 5 car. Looks like he came down and took 2 tires, so I would imagine he took 1 set of tires on the first pit stop, second set of tires on the second pit stop, and he tried to fix some damage on that 5 car. It'll be an EOL penalty for a bunch of cars, the 97, the 5, and the 33. Axel Smith, Travis Kremborg, and AJ Nichols, so about literally half the field here is going to get an EOL penalty, and we will go back green this next time around. And when we do, it'll be 11 to go at South Boston. Your top 3, Billy Snodgrass, Chase Pierce. It's going to be AJ Nichols still going there from 3rd, and Everett Larson going from 4th. Kremborg, Smith, Sherman, the rest of your field. As the pace car pulls off out of 4, and we are green for Billy Snodgrass. He's clear there off into turns 3 and 4, but Chase Pierce has driven all the way up through the field in these last 40 laps, and he is going to be knocking on the door for a win in the first race of the Grade 8 side of the schedule here tonight at South Boston. He's got Everett Larson working behind him here in P3. AJ Nichols 4th, Travis Kremborg in P5th at the moment, as Carson Sherman gets up to 6th as Axel Smith struggles for 7th. Fastest lap of the race Billy Snodgrass in that 99, making the new tires work for him on this 125-degree racetrack. As we take 9 to go, the 99 is the car to beat, as he has been for much of the second half of this race. Chase Pierce seems to be the only driver who might have anything for Billy Snodgrass in that 99 car. Let's see what he can do right now. 7 to go. The laps continue to wind down at Sobo, and these drivers are giving it absolutely everything that they've got here at the end of this race. 6 to go equates to only about a minute and a half more of racing. It seems like more time than it actually is here for a driver like Billy Snodgrass to make a move and get his way up to P1, or to get his way up to the win. It'd be a lot of time for Chase Pierce in the 17 to get his way up to P1 as we take 5 to go. Everett Larson still sits third. AJ Nichols still sits fourth, but they are not in the picture for the win of this race. Will Chase Pierce be able to get anything going? He's a little bit quicker over these last few laps, but not by a lot, only by about half a hundredth, and he needs to get a lot more time than that if he is to catch Billy Snodgrass, who's going to take 3 to go right now at South Boston. And they ran identical lap times for your top two. 15.804 last time around for both of these cars. It's a big lunge down into 3 for the 17 of Chase Pierce, but it doesn't get him much closer. And he needs to try something here with 2 to go if he wants to steal one away from the 99 of Billy Snodgrass, who will roll out of 4 and take the white flag here at South Boston. Well, it was a stroke of fortune with the DC of Hilkowitz that got him up to the lead, but it was all skill to hold it from lap 20 onwards. Billy Snodgrass comes out of 4, and he takes the win in race 1 at South Boston. Chase Pierce, P2, Everett Larson, P3 tonight. We'll get him some interviews from your top 3. It'll be AJ Nichols, Travis Kremborg, Carson Sherman, Axel Smith, Sean Hilkowitz, the rest of your finishing order tonight. And we'll take a quick listen as Billy Snodgrass burns it down at South Boston. We're going to take you to a quick commercial break here. When we come back, we'll have one more look at our results and interviews from the top 3. Stay tuned. We are back here in the Freight Racing Speed U Race for a Ride Grade 8 Series at South Boston. Race 1 is in the books, and Billy Snodgrass is your race winner. Chase Pierce brings it home P2, Everett Larson 3rd, AJ Nichols 4th, Travis Kremborg 5th, Carson Sherman 6th, Axel Smith 7th, and Sean Hilkowitz DC'd from the lead. He'll take 8th tonight. We're going to talk to your winner tonight. That is the 99 car of Billy Snodgrass. How you doing, Billy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. How's it feel to get a win in the first race of the Grade 8?
Um, feels pretty good, to get a good start and know that going into the next race ahead, because that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, the rally is going to be fun. You were dominant here in the first part of this, or in the second part of this race, and you drove through the field pretty quickly in the first part of this race. How'd you get it done?
I just, from racing the real car, I've learned some stuff and how to make the car tighter or looser with my, with me. So just using that, and I was able to make it up there pretty fast.
All right. I know the second half of the schedule is pretty varied. Is there anything that you think you could snag another win on coming up here? Maybe the Legends car again or the Tour mods?
Everything except for these Pro 2 lights.
Fair enough. Well, we're going to let you get back to celebrating here. Anyone you want to thank tonight?
Swift Springs and my dad.
All right. Congrats on the win tonight. 99 car of Billy Snodgrass.
Thank you.
Going to take just 1 second here to get our second place finisher, Chase Pierce, up into the booth here in just a second at South Boston. All right, my Discord is working. There we go. Welcome, Chase Pierce, to the booth. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Second place tonight. It's not a win, but you had to drive your way through the field to get it. Tell me about that.
Oh yeah. In practice, I had some fair speed. I found in practice there, not as much as I'd like to, but I knew that long run tires would be the factor for sure. I was just riding there early on. I started second, fell the back, wanting to save that right rear. I knew it'd be pretty loose later on. I was really hoping that we'd go flag to flag there. We got that one caution early on. I'm glad we got that. If we didn't, we'd have had a halfway break. I wanted that first caution, get it out the way, and just run that long run to the end. I was hoping we could get, and we did get a long run, but they started battling there for a second. It was Travis and golly, the 07, I believe, Everett Larson, I believe he was in that mix too. I was able to get by Everett and Travis there in one move. They kind of held me up a little bit before that caution. I let Billy get away. I was hoping that I could get by them quick and then run down Billy. I felt like my tires was a little bare there in that run, but then we got that caution, and golly, it was a little tighter than I wanted to short run. I just didn't have as much speed as Billy short run there. But P2 start off the grade 8 portion of the series. I'm happy we got 7 more races, and there's some races coming up that I think I can win for sure, and hopefully after that we can come out with the ride.
All right, anyone you want to thank tonight?
Oh yeah, Top Hat Comics, Six Shifter Sim Racing, my parents, Bark Buddies, A Shell Bell Bonds, Billy Gregg, Old Lexington Front End Frame Shop. We got Red's Donut Shop, Don D Stone, Tatter Farm Equipment, Bark Buddies, I think I already said them, Velocita, K Cars, Race Cars, Mark King Performance, everybody who's putting this whole deal on, Freight Racing, Speed U, Alex Coffee, Tyler Payne, everybody's putting this on. You guys for the great broadcast, and iRacing for the great sim.
All right, congrats on P2 tonight, Chase Pierce.
Thanks, brother.
We're now going to call up into the booth our third place finisher for tonight's race, the 07 of Everett Larson. How you doing, Everett?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. It was a hot track tonight, about 125 degrees for much of this. How'd you handle it?
Basically fully sideways the whole time, but other than that, I had a pretty good race. I finally got the top 3, and but yeah, the track was just really hot and really loose the whole time. There, whenever I was battling with the number 5 car and I think that was the 17. Man, I wasn't trying to wreck him or anything. I just couldn't get by him. But yeah, the track was hot and loose.
Is it more fun like that when you're really slipping around here? It sounds like it was.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more fun whenever you're like fully sideways. I will say it does get a little bit annoying sometimes whenever you're like almost completely out of tires. But other than that, it's always a complete blast.
All right, we've got a couple more races at this kind of short track style coming up in the Grade 8. Lanier, Hickory, 5 Flags, all on the schedule. Are you looking forward to some of those?
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to some of those. But what I'm really looking forward to be honest, is to race at Millbridge with the non-wing micros. I just want to see. I want to see how I do with that one because I race dirt cars in real life and everything. So I've been kind of just in a whole different world with the pavement stuff, which I love the pavement. I just like dirt more. But yeah, I'm really excited to go to all those tracks and just see how, if I can maybe keep getting in the top 5 around there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm going to try to clear my schedule to be here for Millbridge. Anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Han Doctor, Food City, Quality Heat and Air, Lawson Motorsports, Kingsport Fitness, Zamp Racing, and my mom and dad, and just my whole family for helping me out and just supporting me through my whole career.
All right, congrats on P3 tonight, Everett Larson.
Thank you.
That's going to be an end to our coverage here, the Freight Racing Speed U Race for a Ride series at Sobo. Coming up next week, or 2 weeks from now, excuse me. It was mentioned a couple times in the interview, but we are going to be going to the Charlotte Rallycross course in the Rally Trucks, which I am very excited for. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how many of these drivers think it's going to be a lot of fun, but in the booth, I'm going to have a great time with that one. For myself and DJ up here in the booth, for everyone at Freight Racing Speed U and the Race for a Ride series, and everybody at Ballin TV, this has been our race at Sobo. Have a great night.